It is March 7th, 2017, with 725 and Larry G unscripted. And today we're going to have a special guest by the name of Happy. What up, Happy?
What up?
So, just to let the listeners know, we are not strictly in Las Vegas. We are actually recording in Las Vegas, but Larry G has always been in the San Fernando Valley as we record. And Happy, where are you at, Happy?
Same. San Fernando Valley.
San Fernando Valley, man. Represent 818.
818. It's too sweet me, Larry.
Too sweet me.
Wow, too sweet. The Young Bucks. The Young Bucks are over there in the valley right now, apparently.
We're doing the Young Bucks pose right now, too.
Yeah, right now, yeah.
Right now we're doing it. Let our listeners know.
Oh, man. So these guys are doing the Young Bucks pose. If you guys don't know it by now, YouTube it, Google it, go on Twitter, find it.
Do that. After you listen to our show, of course.
So I was a little afraid this morning because I was getting my setup ready to start recording the podcast, right? And outside my window, I see a bunch of Mexicans doing the freaking lawnmowers and stuff. And I'm like, wow, I'm not gonna be able to record today. You know? I was like, that's not good.
Did they finish up already or what?
Yeah, they're gone already. So
All right, all good.
So we shouldn't have that issue. But anyways, today it's a special edition. Normally we cover Raw and SmackDown, but because I am going to the San Fernando Valley tomorrow, with God's grace, I'll be driving out there tomorrow. We will not be recapping SmackDown this week. And we will recap Fastlane and Raw. A lot of interesting stuff happened. So what do you guys want to talk about first?
I think we could talk about Fastlane and then the aftermath of it on Raw.
Yeah. All right. So what match do you want to start with?
I don't know if you guys want to go order or just whatever stood out to you.
I think whatever stood out because some of the matches were kind of irrelevant, you know?
All right, we'll start. With Happy. We'll start with Happy.
All right. Well, honestly, to me, my first reaction to it was I felt like it was an episode of Raw.
Yeah?
Like, to me, it felt like, I'm watching Sunday Night Raw, you know?
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, it wasn't amazing. Not a lot of stood out to me. I mean, it was like some of them. I was telling Larry during the whole pay-per-view that it was I felt like it was slow. Right, I wasn't really bought in. I didn't buy into a lot of the things that were going on in the pay-per-view.
Yeah, it didn't even feel like a pay-per-view, honestly.
Yeah.
You know, like I thought the filler matches with Jinder Mahal or whatever. I don't know, what's his name now? Rock Hard
Jinder
Mahal.
Yeah, no, I think that's why it made it feel like an episode because these are the guys that come out during Raws or whatever. Like they're not pay-per-view type wrestlers. So when you have like Rusev and Big Show and then Jinder Mahal and Cesaro, it's just like that's like a Monday Night Raw match right there.
Rock Hard Body Mahal. Get it right.
But the thing is that with that filler match, it totally gave away the ending of the main event.
Oh yeah,
because they were filling time for that.
Oh yeah, of course. I mean,
it was Goldberg and KO in the ring, and it's already 7:59 our time. So I'm like, like this is gonna be like a 30-second match or whatever.
What a shame! What a shame! It's really a shame though. What do you guys think about that? Like, we have a guy that everybody hypes up, and all he does is come in and kicks you in the face or whatever.
I didn't like it. I mean, Goldberg feels like such a sick heel to me. Like he's not a babyface on me. Just because it's not often that babyfaces just come wreck shit like for like 20 seconds win. They're not really. It's the heels that are like unstoppable, or like indestructible. And I didn't really like that. I didn't like the whole Lesnar and Brock. I liked it, cool, But this time around, I was like, I didn't just not like it at all, and it was just so stupid to me. I didn't like it.
Oh man, what about you, Happy? How do you feel about him just showing up for 20 seconds?
It's just, I don't know. When we first saw him at Survivor Series, it was something else. We weren't expecting a squash match basically on Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
And it was cool at first, right? But now that you see it, like they're doing it for the purpose of, they're elevating a part timer and not their future young stars. It's just that's the thing that annoys me the most.
Mm-hmm.
It's really a shame. I mean,
Yeah,
because it's kind of disrespectful to the title itself. Like, because yesterday when he came out with it on it, like he had it on him. Like I was watching him walk with it, and it didn't even feel real, dude.
Yeah.
It's
Mhm.
like it's like why do you even have it? And even my coworker, he's like a huge Goldberg fan, but as soon as I got to work yesterday, he's like, "Man, that's garbage." Like he's loved that guy forever, and he still doesn't want him to have the title, you know?
Yeah.
Mhm.
He's wrestled like a combined like 2 minutes, and he's champ.
And he's at WrestleMania,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and with the title, Universal title.
So
Well,
it's
he was already going to be at WrestleMania, but now he has a title, and it's like. But the thing is that you also don't know if he's going to last more than a minute or two in the ring.
yeah, that's gonna be interesting.
Supposedly,
Yeah.
physically, he's not able to perform. Like that's what it
Yeah.
is, right?
Yeah, exactly. He hasn't been wrestling for how many years? Like 10 years.
Yeah.
And he remember he got hurt doing like his first spear on Brock in one of the
Oh man.
promos on Raw.
Oh man.
He hurt himself
Yeah.
during that.
People
Or
were-
no, he hurt himself doing like a jump when he got hyped up. I think that's
Yeah,
what it
or
was.
people were already concerned once the whole thing with Rusev. What did he do? Like a suplex or something? Like, I think it was a jackhammer or something. He kind of like was stumbling and this and that.
Yeah.
So just right off the bat, like you knew like, damn, this guy really has to train or something like to get ready. And this was back before we even thought about a squash match was gonna happen. We thought he was gonna go like a good. I mean, I don't know, like 10 minutes. I don't know how long.
No. Yeah.
But yeah. So like, damn, we're concerned. Like, can he even wrestle? First of all, and but now they solved that issue by just doing these squash matches. But Mania's coming around, so we're not sure if they're gonna follow that trend or if it's Brock who's gonna be the one. I mean, it's gonna be a squash match, but if it's Brock gonna be the winner now. Like, I don't even know. Or are they gonna like try to push it? A little longer. It's gonna be an actual match. It's just like, I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised. Like, if it's a squash, I wouldn't be surprised. And if it's an actual match that's like, longer than like 30 seconds, anything could happen. I don't know what you guys think.
Ah man.
I don't know. I don't know. Just the only. I don't know. It's just it's very hard to process at this point.
Yeah.
It's a very bad situation though.
Yeah.
I mean, what is he gonna do? Like, what's the point of him having the title if he can't wrestle? Like,
Exactly.
you're just gonna give it back up. Why even give him the title in the first place?
Yeah.
Why skyrocket him all the way
I think-
up there and then bring
I
him
think
all the way down?
I think the only reason they gave it to him is because I think they're just trying to get the title off of Jericho. Because apparently the thing is that he's not gonna be there after WrestleMania.
He's gonna be doing some music thing, right?
Yeah, with his
that's
band
right.
Fozzy. Yeah, so they want to keep the title on somebody else. Well,
I'm assuming
in this case,
Kevin
KO.
Owens is gonna just be the champ. I mean, he has to at this point.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's the face of the franchise right now.
So it's gonna be. It seems like Owens is gonna be, walking out U.S. champ, and then I'm assuming Lesnar. I mean, Lesnar has to win at this point. Is gonna
Yeah.
be.
Lesnar wins, and then we eventually get a Lesnar Owens rivalry or something. I would assume,
Maybe. Yeah.
maybe or Joe.
or
Joe.
or Joe, or Joe.
Whoever they decide to put, or they keep pushing Roman. They might throw Roman because Roman. They take him out. They put him in the title mix. So it's just like it could be him.
Speaking of Roman, what
Yeah.
about those shoes?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I noticed the shoes
Those-
right away.
Those
Everyone
shoes threw
did.
me off.
Same here. I'm just like, what? Wait, what? I think just come. My eyes couldn't stay like unglued off those shoes. Like, what the hell?
I thought I was the only one noticing this, but I guess the shoes were the thing, huh?
Yeah,
The
because
shoe-
he had like black and white his attire. Like, is he trying to match or is he just trying to go with something more comfortable?
I thought that fool was like at a party and he just like hurried up.
Right? Didn't have time to change my shoes.
He didn't have
I think
time.
he came back from a pickup game of basketball and he's like, oh man, I forgot to have a match tonight.
I got a match.
I got a
Yeah.
match outside.
Was he wearing Jordans? It looked like Jordans, man.
You're wearing Nikes, I think.
Nikes,
Yeah,
huh?
something like that.
So what do you guys think
Yeah.
about that match? You guys thought it was good according to the grades. That was the best one, right?
Nah, not my best, but it was a good one. but I mean, I just didn't expect that ending, a clean finish, especially going to Roman.
Oh man, come on.
Yeah, I think Braun should have won.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said last week, I said I want Braun to win, but I think Roman's gonna take it, and that's pretty much what happened.
But I understand why. I mean, it still made Braun look strong because it took what three spears and 3 Superman punches to get him down.
True.
But at the same time, it's like I think Braun deserved the pin more than Roman did because Roman already is up there at this point.
Yeah, there's no need to keep building Roman up. Like he's already as high as you can get.
Yeah.
And the other guy, I mean, he's obviously on his way up, his trajectory, but he needed to win this match to solidify himself. You know, like to basically say, okay, because everybody, like Larry said, Roman's gonna win because WWE loves Roman. You know, but the other guy, I was like, if anybody can like, I'm not gonna say bury him, but if anybody can like get him out of the way a little bit, it would. I thought it would be Strowman, but I guess not.
Mm-hmm.
Do they have a rematch?
Both. You know, they're pushing both, and you know they obviously went with. But I mean, this obviously isn't the end for Braun. He's just gonna keep doing his thing, but I still think he should have won.
Yeah.
He should have won. He should have won. It would have been better anyway. It would have been best for business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
like to me for match of the night though, honestly had to go to Neville and Gallagher.
Yeah, that was actually entertaining, and I hate 205.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, see that's the thing. I told Happy like, man, I'm just looking forward to the women's title, and like the only thing that's in between that is this Neville match, and I'm not really big on Gallagher, so I'm just like, I just hope Neville just destroys this guy, retains. But as the match was going on, like this is actually really good, and I don't mind if it goes another like 10 minutes. Mm-hmm. And it started getting better and better, and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the finish. I enjoyed the red arrow. First of all, it's like what a comeback. It's like what pissed me off about the whole thing is this is a cruiserweight division. When I think of cruiserweights, I think of Eddie Guerrero, Billy Kidman. You got the frog splash. You got, Billy. What's it? The
Shooting Star Press.
Shooting Star Press, right? And then Neville had the red arrow, and now that he's a cruiserweight, his finisher is gonna be that submission. Like what the hell? Like this is where this is when he needs to do the red arrow even more. Like all these finishers do these splashes, and this was such a good finishing move. Like how are you gonna make him, turn him into like a Benoit or whatever, or a Malenko with all these submissions? Like no, dude. Like they should have kept that, and it pissed me off. But then seeing him do the red arrow again, like, all right, it's a lot better to see.
I think they took it away from him so people could see him as a heel first, and not because I think he got the pop because of the red arrow.
Yeah, definitely, it makes sense.
Yeah, but I mean, it was amazing seeing it again because when you see it, it's a thing of beauty. It's amazing. It's
I remember seeing it. I think it was Hell in a Cell, and I recorded it. So I think I still have it on my phone or on Instagram, but it was just it's amazing to see, especially in person.
Mm-hmm.
What about the headbutts?
Yeah, those are crazy.
Those were good.
Yeah, I'm surprised they still let him do that.
Yeah.
Let Gallagher do that.
Those sounds, man. They're loud.
Oh, my God. But Gallagher did, man. All props to him for this match. He sold the match, too.
Yeah, I was getting annoyed by the handstand, though.
Yeah. I watch 205 Live every week, and he doesn't really, even in Raw, he does it, but he doesn't do like the whole leg thing where he kind of like,
he's trying to make
they run up to him like, oh shit, and then he got rid of that for like a good minute. But then I'm telling you, they brought all these like old moves back. So
that was one of the better matches of the night. I guess that's the one that you would say was the best one for Happy.
Oh yeah, that's match of the night for me.
Would you say Roman Reigns and Strowman was number 2?
I'm not sure. I think because I was also entertained by the Zayn Joe match.
Yeah, that was pretty.
And Roman and Braun was pretty good too.
All right, so those were your top 3. I would.
Those were my for sure top 3. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say the same.
What about Enzo and Big Cass? Obviously, they were not gonna win.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. I like the whole pushing his leg off. That was great.
But do you think that was botched though? You think Gallows didn't come on time and push the leg off, or it was just part of the story?
No, he did. I think he did it like on time. Because like as soon as he was gonna hit Well, the referee was an account probably either way, but yeah, it could have. I know. We'll probably get to it in a little bit, but I heard the Sasha finish was botched.
Which
I guess
one?
she was supposed to grab the rope.
Oh yeah, yeah. She didn't grab
Nia
it, huh?
Jax. Because I
I
mean,
would.
I was tripping out because I'm like, okay, like seriously, like Sasha's gonna roll up and Sasha weighs like compared to Nia nothing, and Nia's not gonna kick out of that.
She
But if
was.
she grabbed the ropes, she had leverage. That makes sense. But if it's just like straight up roll up with no leverage, then like it's kind of iffy. But if
She
Sasha was
tried.
supposed to
She
grab,
tried grabbing
yeah,
it. She tried
yeah,
grabbing it too. It was too late.
so too late. But I mean,
She tried grabbing it, but she couldn't reach it.
Yeah.
yeah,
I think she was too far from it.
too far.
And then when she realized that it was like between 2 and 3 count, and like,
It's
oh,
like, fuck it.
yeah,
I'm supposed to win anyway.
Now that you say that, that probably was what was supposed to happen, so that Jax would come out and say, "Oh, you didn't beat me. Look at the tape." And then
Now they can't even do that.
they can't do that anymore.
It's just like I guess that's why I just like she didn't come out yesterday or something. But yeah, that was supposed to happen. And my friend was talking to me about it, and like, dude, I didn't even realize that. But I mean, it makes sense, like for Sasha to get leverage, because obviously she Jax is supposed to kick out of that because Sasha weighs absolutely nothing compared to her. But yeah, and then you brought that up, and like, you know what, you're right.
yeah, I mean that's probably what was supposed to happen, so that she would have come out yesterday and say, "Hey, wait, you didn't beat me. I should be involved in this thing too," you know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But obviously, I don't know. Maybe she comes in the following week and tries to impose herself in the match.
yeah, they do something like
Yeah.
I don't know, but as far as Bailey, you know how after the match was over, you were texting me that this is a face that's acting like a heel and doesn't give a
yeah,
damn.
it's one of those things.
She came out yesterday and she gave a damn.
Yeah, which is weird because you see, was it Raw Talk,
Yeah, Raw Talk.
and she had a different attitude
It was
about
a
it.
different-
She's
it
like,
was a
yeah,
different
man,
tone.
and now she's like, oh wait, I actually care now. Like, okay,
Yeah, it was too polar for me, like too polar opposite for me to like
yeah,
buy into it.
yeah,
It kind of hurt her because it should have, if she would have never been on Raw Talk, and she just comes out on a Monday night
yeah.
and expresses herself.
Like all of a sudden, it hits you.
Yeah,
You go to sleep and
I would buy it, but when you're celebrating, it's like, come on, you know?
yeah,
I had two problems with that Bailey and Charlotte match. So I don't know if you guys noticed, but Bailey, I guess, was supposed to elbow
yeah. That
Charlotte
was
in the corner.
bad.
That was a bad botch.
That was bad. Like, what are you doing? Like twice already. She's like, wait. She gets over the rope and like, wait, hold on, let me try it again. And she does it. She elbows like the air. Like,
Botchamania.
I think she expected Charlotte to sell that or something, and she didn't. And she missed it, or
Yeah.
I don't know what happened. But she just like, oh god,
She missed completely. Like
she
it was so bad.
It was
I was,
bad.
and then the end when Sasha came in, right?
Yeah,
That should have been a DQ because you see Sasha like punch Charlotte in the face.
because I know
That should have been DQ. That definitely should have been
that's true.
DQ.
Yeah.
Is it?
And I would have loved that. That would have been a better finish than whatever they just showed us
Yeah.
during the Fastlane. That would have been
I mean,
that would have
yeah,
made
I
a lot
was-
of sense.
For I know a lot of people were happy that Charlotte lost her or the streak was broken, but I was bummed. Like, nah, not like this.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like fuck.
No, that was a good way for her to lose it, though, so you can't really blame her.
I don't know. I felt like it was I wasn't expecting it at Fastlane. First of all, I mean
Yeah.
WrestleMania, okay, because it makes a lot more sense at WrestleMania. It's a big deal, It's
But
a
that would have
pay-per-view
been
streak.
that would have been messed up, though. Like, make her have this big ass run. I know they did it to Taker and they ruined it at WrestleMania, but
No, for me. It would have been a good culmination. Like, oh, I had my run. Like it lasted a year. Like I had my run. Like it's good.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't lose. They wouldn't take Charlotte off my standing of like how great she is. I mean, it's just
it wouldn't affect
Yeah.
her.
nah. But
Yeah.
it's just it would have made a lot more sense if it happened at WrestleMania than at Fastlane, because it threw me off when that happened.
Yeah, same here. I'm just like,
But don't you guys think that if it happened at WrestleMania, then that means that Charlotte would have won the title, right? At
Yeah.
Fastlane.
Or it could have been a DQ.
yeah. It could have been like a DQ, which would have been fine, I guess.
it would have preserved her streak, and Bailey would have still been champ.
Yeah, the whole Bailey win was weak, especially the way it
Yeah.
happened. Like, it was really really weak. And when Sasha was, even when I think she botched that too. When you know how she got punched in the face, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think Charlotte had Bailey on a roll up, and she was about to pin her. And then she was like snitching on her, like if she was doing something, she wasn't holding on to a rope or anything. Like
Her
what?
tights, I
No,
guess.
she was holding onto her tights.
Her tights.
Oh, that's what she was doing.
She was
Yeah.
pointing out the tights. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
she was holding onto the tights. It wasn't the rope, it was the tights.
so then the ref is obviously doesn't count. And then so basically she was trying to cheat her way again, huh?
That was stupid because as soon as you go up on the ring, the ref focuses on you. She doesn't, or the ref doesn't like. You're like, oh, get off, get off. The ref is not gonna be like, oh, like listen to you. You know what you got to say. Because you know how
that's so
when
dumb.
people go up, the ref, like for example, the like they go up on the rope and the wrestler's trying to tell them something, but the ref like just disregards that, like no, get off, get off, get off. And but this time the ref was like, oh shit, what was that? Oh, she's cheating. Oh, let me check it out. Oh, you're cheating. Like no, like
Yeah.
it's so weird that the ref actually finally listened to what the wrestler is saying.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's just like-
that ref
it's so
that ref
weird.
was weird right off the bat. His face and
Yeah,
everything. He looked like he looked like a weak ref, dude.
oh,
The title looked bigger than him.
yeah, he's a short dude.
But I mean, come on, man. Like really, like that's how Bailey was gonna get her win. Like,
Mhm.
and then like you said, Raw Talk is what really killed it for her. It wasn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't really the win. It was Raw Talk and wearing the same sweater and being all happy, even though you cheated for the win. Like for me, I was like, well, who is this character now?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I didn't hate her, and I sure didn't love her anymore. I was like, I don't even know.
Yeah.
I don't even know who you are. Like,
I'm in between now. I'm a tweener with her.
No, actually, yeah, I'm a tweener now.
Yeah.
After
Now,
Raw,
yeah.
you know.
yeah, after Raw. But honestly, when Sasha came out last night and she made herself and she started giving her the talk about it should be me and you at the big show, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
A part of me was really excited because that's really how I started watching this when Larry came over and he's like, you have to watch Sasha versus Bailey. So I was
Mhm.
like, oh shit, like if I get to watch this live, like that would be
Yeah.
like you know, like it would be crazy just to know
It'd
that
be
that's
special.
how it started, you know?
Mhm.
But then I started thinking about it when Charlotte came out. I was like, do I really want to see Bailey versus Sasha? Like Bailey doesn't even look ready at any level.
Yeah.
Like
Mhm.
to put on a show at WrestleMania. Like for me, the two fights that she's had at Rumble and the one that she had at Fastlane, I was like, well, like what was so special about that?
Mhm.
Do you guys think that she's ready for for the big time?
Well, Larry might know more because he saw the NXT matches. So
They just yes, but the way she's she's perceived right now, like no, like she's capable. Like Sasha and Bailey are more than capable of, but you just gotta give them the chance. I think, but now it's just like the way they're making Bailey look and stuff like that. Like it makes it hard to believe she can.
Mhm.
But like deep down inside, they could deliver a hell of a show. But it's better when the rivalry is hot,
And it's not
because
hot
that's
right now.
what made. Yeah, that's what made like as right now they're just as friends. Like that's boring. Like
yeah.
but like NXT Brooklyn, that was that was special. That was like a legit. The rivalry was hot. Like this is the that was the match of the night. Like I forgot who was. I think it was Balor and Owens the headlining of that. Like I don't barely remember that. No one really remembers that. But it's just that match was special. And, it was obviously the match of the year voted. So they're definitely capable. But you just the storyline's got to go with it, the build up, and the fans got to be invested in it too. And I think that adds to the match too.
Yeah, the fans have to be
It's a
into
lot
it.
better. It does add to it. So they're more than capable, but you just got to get it, to that point. And I love that they're obviously talking. They're like foreshadowing to Sasha's heel turn. Jerry King is like, oh, I don't
Oh
think.
yeah.
He's mentioning it, and like everyone's mentioning it. So and
Charlotte.
Also Stephanie too. Remember when she came out?
She's like, oh, she's she's just faking your friend. And that reminded me of the whole KO and Jericho thing. Like, oh, I'm just using you to be your friend. Like, I think that's what's gonna happen with Sasha too, or she's doing the whole Kevin Owens method. Just kind of like using you, hey buddy, and then. But I enjoy that. It's getting me hyped. So it's gonna happen.
Well, it's gonna happen.
Yeah, I'm glad the company is acknowledging it. Like they're kind of like building it up.
And Bailey, though, remember we said that she doesn't really feel like a champ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now she's tapping out. Come on, like.
No. I mean, I was telling Happy about the whole Corey Graves thing. Like, she's not my champion. I'm like, dude, that's so true. She's not my champion.
And he makes a good point too.
Yeah.
I mean, poor Bailey. I just feel like they have her they just have her in between both of those two. Like it's always gonna be Charlotte and Sasha running the show. Like it's like, think about it. Would you be able to picture this WrestleMania without Charlotte being involved?
No.
Oh, no. She has to be there.
She has to be there.
She has to be.
It's impossible, right? But if I were to ask you guys, can you guys picture this WrestleMania without Bailey?
I kind of
picture her in WrestleMania. She has to be in WrestleMania, but not necessarily like the title match.
No, but let's say they left her out completely out of the picture. Like, the titles aside, would you be able to say if she's not in it, who cares?
No, I would want.
No. Like if she's not in the title picture, that makes sense, all right. But like if she has to be on the show, they can't just keep her out.
No,
she has to be on the show.
No, I understand that, but what I'm saying is, like, if you have a WrestleMania, right, and you're throwing a one-on-one, and let's say all your options are Charlotte versus Bailey, or Sasha versus Bailey, or Sasha versus Charlotte, or whatever. Like, if Bailey gets left out, like, for me, at least personally, I would be like, who cares?
Yeah, if Bailey's out of the title picture at WrestleMania, I wouldn't, or the title match, I wouldn't really mind.
Yeah.
But, I mean, when it comes to WrestleMania completely, then I would. But, for me, WrestleMania has to be Charlotte versus who's between either Sasha or Bailey. Like, they'd have to have a match to determine that, whatever it is they want to do. But I know Charlotte has to be there. She's got to be there versus Charlotte, Bailey. I mean, Sasha, Bailey, that's debatable. Whoever is the best of those two, pretty much Charlotte against the best. That's not named Charlotte. That's what the WrestleMania title match should be.
Charlotte versus Dana Brooke.
Yeah.
Yeah. You might as well say Eva Marie.
Eva Marie, all in.
all red, everything.
What about Seth Rollins' rehab videos? Are those old or what?
What made me laugh is that there was a Triple H poster.
In the
background.
Like, let's just ignore that. Let's just blur it out.
I know that my girl's like, why is Triple H back there? Watching him?
Triple H poster.
It's foreshadowing. They're trying to build up the hype at WrestleMania.
Can you make it any more obvious, guys? And then
it's just like, hey man, so like we're just gonna. I'm not really hurt. But I'm just gonna like use your facility and like pretend. Like, how does that happen? How does that work out?
I'm gonna limp a little bit. So all right, I'm gonna be able to lift 140 pounds on my foot.
Yeah, just
my leg.
Yeah. That's what happens.
And it's so bullshit because it's such a quick rehab. Like, this is the quickest rehab I've ever seen in my life. Like, you're already doing all these, like, you're training 3 times a day, doing all this, like 2 weeks removed.
Exactly.
He was on crutches. He was on crutches last week.
Yeah, like, this is the quickest. This is like, you might beat John Cena's record of, like,
fastest return.
Fastest return ever.
No, that was bad, man. Like, really, last week you can't even walk. Can't even stand straight, and this week you're lifting all these pounds.
How did Seth Rollins come before Finn Balor?
Right?
It's like what?
Seriously, like
Finn should take advice from Seth. Like, what's going on?
Seriously.
Whoever's buying it, and I'm sure there's people out there that are buying it.
Yeah. You
gotta be fucking stupid. Like, you gotta have a dog brain or something, because. How like, come on.
What makes me laugh more is the video that you guys were talking about last week. The video of him at the
rock band?
at the concert.
Yeah. No crutches, nothing. Just having a good time,
Silly string. at the fans.
Yeah.
What else? What else happened on what else happened on Fastlane that stood out? Not much, huh? It was just that, and then for Raw, it was
Well, Raw for me, Raw should have been Fastlane.
Yeah. Pretty much.
It's like the opposite happened.
that's messed up.
That's how bad it was. That's how bad Fastlane was, and then this Raw last night was pretty good. You know, that should have been pay-per-view worthy.
Yeah, but a lot of it had to do with the dialogue though. It was really good.
Yeah, because especially the KO and Jericho segment,
Yeah.
that
Raw
was
I think Raw was
amazing.
everything.
That was great. I mean, and then that was your starter too, so it's kind of like
Yeah.
right off the bat you're already intrigued.
Right off
Yeah.
the bat, they announced their Mania match for the U.S. title, so it's just like, man.
And then Joe, Zayn come out. Although I didn't really like the match with who was it? It was Jericho versus Joe, right?
Yeah.
That was like whatever for me. What about you guys?
No, it was cool
Which
to
one
see
was
them wrestle. I mean, it is what it is, you know.
Which one was
I
it
didn't
again?
really expect Joe versus Jericho.
You know what threw me off is why did Joe and Sammy come out after when they were beating up each other? Did I miss something, or was that supposed to happen?
No, because they attacked Samoa Joe attacked Jericho, right? And then Zayn came out to
Yeah,
help him out.
Yeah,
yeah,
I
but
guess
what was Joe's motive? Is what I'm trying to
Joe.
figure
I
out.
think Joe and Kevin Owens are part of the Authority,
Yeah, the New Authority.
New Authority.
Okay.
So
That's where I missed the connection. Then.
that's what I thought. I mean, like you said, or else I would have been like confused, like why is Joe there? But I mean, they're part of
Yeah.
the Authority, so
Okay.
Yeah, because they're under the man of three H's under his payroll, you know.
Yeah.
Under the poster's payroll.
Well, KO and Zayn. I mean, we've seen that so many times. It's like I wasn't even intrigued. You know.
No, they
It's
were
kinda-
saying that Zayn should have been on SmackDown, like to keep them away
Yeah,
from
he
each
should.
other, preserve their little rivalry.
That's why Mick
Well,
Foley wanted to trade him for Eva Marie though, and you didn't want it to happen.
Because what was funny is I remember months ago he said that that was supposed to be the last time you'll see the KO saying right. We've seen it like twice or three times ever since.
Yeah. Same
And
thing with Sasha and Charlotte. I saw it in LA, so it's just like I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
I have a question, a very important question. So if Seth Rollins shows up to WrestleMania, is this the last time we ever hear this guy in a WWE ring?
According to Triple H.
Because he keeps saying that over and over.
Yeah.
You know,
You mean like retire or something?
So what does that even mean? Like, why keep emphasizing an empty promise? Why? He's gonna show up.
He's gonna show up. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So what are you gonna do? Kick him out or what?
There's three things that are obvious for WrestleMania: that Seth's gonna show up, that Brock's gonna win the title, and there was one more, but I can't think of it right now.
That Owens is gonna win or what?
Owens, yeah, that one. Owens is gonna win.
Well, yeah, because the guy's going on tour.
Yeah.
What about what was I gonna ask you guys? Damn, I forgot the question. So, Jax. Does Jax get in the match? I know that was a prediction that Larry gave out. Well, that he got leaked into. But do you think she is actually gonna get in it, or they're just gonna leave her out because she did lose to Sasha Banks, and they're like, whatever.
Well, like you said, right? Like maybe next week they'll try to put her in there, but looking at what happened at Fastlane, they Sasha getting that clean pin. It's like I don't think she has a reason to be in the title picture.
Do you guys want her in the picture?
I'm good with triple threat.
Yeah, I'm okay with another triple threat for the women's title because I was talking to Larry earlier. I was telling him how I think the inclusion of Nia will slow down the match.
Oh yeah, because she's not very fast.
Yeah. And now she's like the Braun Strowman of the women's division, you know.
Yeah.
She's just gonna be around smashing. At least Braun could jump out the top corner.
Just put her in those women's battle royal. Make her look dominant. Make her pin someone, and there you go. You look good, and then that's it.
You're right though. They could probably put her in a women's battle royal. She wins it. She becomes number one contender.
Battle royal. Just she wins that. Like cool. Like she keeps her her rep. She looks dominant, and then. But right now, I'm good. I mean, I'm good with this triple threat.
Mm-hmm. Wait, so is the battle royal gonna happen, or is it just?
I mean, it usually always does. You gotta have all these women because there's a lot of women, you know. Like if
You gotta include Alicia Fox. You don't want her to be hanging out on 205 Live.
Alicia Fox.
You know, you don't want her out there just walking fools down the aisle.
she's crazy.
That's not what you want.
I have a question.
What?
What's up?
Are we gonna see Tom Phillips tonight?
Why not?
Oh, because of what happened?
Yeah, because he wasn't in the he wasn't Facehugger Phillips.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't in a social media lounge yesterday, and then Triple H, Booker T, he mentioned that like, oh, where my boy Phillips at, and he was like and stuff like that. I forgot what he called him something, and Booker T was cracking up, so I kind of knew like he knew what was going on.
They're gonna bury Booker next. We're gonna be like, where's Booker T? Where's my shucky quack quack moment?
My shucky quack quack. Hey, shout out to Booker T, man. Homie still has a job after all these years.
Yeah.
After using the N word too.
Yeah. Seriously.
Unlike Hogan.
I like Hogan. He used it in the wrong context.
You know, but so you guys think Phillips don't show up tonight?
We'll see. It's gonna be interesting. I don't know.
I don't know.
He was there last week, and it already happened. Like the news leaked, and then right after, I think it was the day before.
He was there. He was there.
Yeah, and he was there last week. So
I saw his face, and I thought about his perverted waist.
Yeah.
I was watching him, and I was like, this guy looks clean cut, but this guy's a real pervert.
Imagine how Byron's gonna be. Imagine how Byron is.
Byron's probably weirder, especially because he loves the Bailey buddies.
Bro.
He loves the Bailey
Let me invite my So he loves the
man.
Bailey buddies.
They changed the name, right? Now they call them Bailey Buddies. It used to be the two
Playable two men.
Yeah. I just noticed that yesterday, and I'm like, what?
Yeah, yeah. I dude. So I want to sleep on Raw. Like I was watching, and I want to sleep. Like I woke up this morning, like fuck. Now I gotta catch up. So I caught up. So I was like, all right, good. Like I don't want to miss this podcast. Like, oh, dude, sorry, dude, I didn't watch Raw. But yeah, I watched it.
Oh, wow. I mean, if we would have missed it, it would have been it would have been fine, just because it's not a full one.
But you would have missed the ending of Raw.
Who, this guy?
Yeah, Larry. He would have missed the ending if you didn't watch it.
Yeah, I would have missed the end. I would have missed though. I want to sleep after Gallows and Anderson.
Mm-hmm.
So I would have missed Tozawa, Davari. I would have missed New Day against Shining Stars. I would have missed the women's promo and Samoa Joe, Jericho, and then I would have missed Emma's little video package.
Oh boy!
Oh my god!
Boy.
I would have missed that. Like,
now
what
she's
the
back
hell?
to Emma again.
Oh boy! I mean, that's what she should have stayed as anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so weird. Like, what's going on with? I would have been mad. Like, dude, you guys don't know what the hell you guys are doing with me. Like, oh, I'm just. Well, you're wasting my time. I'm pretty much wasting yours. Just like.
I don't understand. Like, why go through all that?
From what I read is that Emma was in. I mean, Emelina wasn't coming out the way the WWE was looking for. Like,
no, she wasn't willing to go all in on this character.
Yeah,
she wasn't portraying it well. Like you kind of doing. You're doing a bad job of portraying the Emelina we want you to portray.
Yeah.
So
she sounded pretty horrible when she came out the first time. The only time as Emelina.
So that was weird. She came. Yeah, that was weird.
And that was it.
Was that John?
Emelina. What was that, dude? Like, I was like, what kind of voice is that?
Will we be expecting?
Hey, happy.
Oh my.
I mean, it's like sound like a cat, dude. Like, you could tell she was forcing that style of voice out of herself.
Will we be expecting a Emelina figure anytime soon?
Oh, I hope so. I'll buy that.
That would be amazing.
All in. One of one.
That'd be rare. Like that, they're creating a figure of like a superstar or whatever that only made one appearance and that's it.
Like the Shockmaster.
Exactly, it's like a Shockmaster right there. It's like that should be a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. Emelina.
Yeah, next year.
Emelina is basically the Hawkins of SmackDown, huh?
There you go. Then you go poof.
Except that Hawkins came out twice now, right?
No, he's actually been. He was in a pre-show in the last on the Elimination Chamber.
He was in the pre-show.
All he does is lose.
Yeah, keeps losing.
So they made a big deal out of this guy so he could be a loser.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow, just wow. So have we figured out the whole Sami Zayn thing? Is he Michaels? Is he Virgil? Any progress?
What do you think? Have you come up with somebody? Because I kind of gave Larry I told him that maybe if he was the Daniel Bryan of the first half of his career, not the last half, when he was amazing. When he got the title run and everything, because I feel like because Daniel Bryan was the underdog and he just kept losing and everything in the beginning.
That kind of makes sense. So if Zayn wins, then he would be Bryan.
Yeah, it's to be announced, I guess.
He's Marty Jannetty. He's Marty Jannetty. He's the one. Kevin Owens betrayed him, and now he's shit. And Kevin Owens skyrocketed.
Well, at least Marty Jannetty won the Intercontinental title from Shawn Michaels.
That is true.
Yeah. But he lost it at a house show later on. So I mean, it's kind of the same thing.
That's bad. Yeah, the house show.
That is pretty bad. If you lose the title on a house show.
Yeah.
And it actually matters in the show.
Mm-hmm.
That's really bad. That's just a horrible sign for you.
Well, I mean, Finn Balor happened to Finn too, but he won the Universal title.
So what's up with Finn Balor? Run out of time. Is he gonna show up or what?
He should.
I mean, I don't know.
At NXT tapings, I think they said he got physical. I guess he actually did some stuff. I don't know what exactly, but and then they're saying he's supposed to win a week, this week, next week, in house shows or something.
Was it the one when he interfered during, like, he showed up after the Bobby Roode match against Nakamura?
Something like that.
I saw that. He did get physical, but he didn't. I don't think he did anything with his arm, if I don't remember well. I know he did, he jumped off his foot.
Oh, okay.
And then Nakamura did it special.
Okay.
Yeah, but it was I didn't really see anything much that he could be more physical, but he did physical stuff.
Yeah.
So he's probably still on it. So he's still rehabbing on Rollins. He's still going.
Yeah.
I mean, Rollins is rehabbing, but he's ready. I mean, that's basically what it is.
Basically, yeah.
Like fake rehabbing.
They should make him. They should make him a Mattel figure. The Seth Rollins fake rehab figure.
What's it?
And put the crutch on it, and on the back, put pictures of all his rehab moments.
And a Triple H poster in the back.
Mine better come with a Triple H.
Triple H poster in the back. What do you guys expect tonight on SmackDown? Since we're not gonna recap it, we can predict what's gonna happen.
So there is the number one contenders match, right?
Yeah.
For the title. So it's a Randy Orton against AJ.
So,
but I'm hoping
legit or shenanigans.
I think shenanigans, dude. I really hope it isn't. But if the things go as the way it is are planned, then I'm really hoping it. I'm really hoping it's not shenanigans.
Nah, I think legit. Randy Orton wins.
No, I mean for AJ. I don't AJ being screwed out of the title at WrestleMania for a different match that's gonna be crap.
Well, I mean, what do you think, Larry? I think we kind of know.
Yeah, I mean, what I'm hearing, I think Randy just takes it. I don't know if it's clean. I don't know if he gets screwed out, but I just know Randy's gonna come out on top.
I mean, it's
whatever way they choose to do it, but
yeah, I think Randy's gonna win it, but at the same time, I feel bad for AJ. It's he deserves better, especially at WrestleMania.
Yeah, just God, put him. I don't know, someone give him.
He deserves better because he was basically the Charlotte of SmackDown. He was a workhorse.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't throw him onto the side, and you can't do that to people. And then again, that's why I have a problem with people like Bayley having titles or Bray Wyatt. Even though you guys, I don't know how Larry feels about Bray Wyatt, but I know Happy likes Bray Wyatt.
Hell yeah.
But
I don't hate him. I don't love him, but I'm not oh, dude, hell no. I like it. I mean, I don't. It is. I like it. I don't have a problem with it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I wish that AJ Styles would get a little bit more respect this time of year.
Yeah.
Well,
one thing going back to Raw, one thing we forgot to mention was Taker came out.
Huh?
You didn't see that?
I didn't see it.
Yeah, Taker came out.
Taker came out, man. You missed it.
Towards the end?
towards the end. That's why I said you guys missed something
asleep.
at the end of
I
Raw.
fell
Oh my
asleep.
god. That's why you didn't bring it up. Well, yeah, there was Taker came out because Braun was calling out Roman Reigns because he said that his win was a fluke, and then Roman's song comes out, and then it gets interrupted by the gong sound, and that's when Taker comes out.
So Taker came out for what? What did he do?
So Taker came out. He's there in the middle of the ring, and he's staring down with Braun, but then Braun backs off and leaves the ring, right?
Okay.
And then Taker's alone on the ring, and all you hear is like he's just standing there for a bit, and then you hear Roman's song come on, and then Roman comes out. He's in the middle of the ring with Taker, and he says that I don't remember the words exactly, but it was to the context of him saying that I think Braun was calling me out, so this is my yard now or something.
So yeah, he said this is my yard.
Yeah,
and
of course.
And then Undertaker hit him with the choke slam.
No, Taker first looks at the WrestleMania sign.
Oh, they both look at the WrestleMania.
And then Roman looks at the WrestleMania sign. They both look at each other again, and that's when Taker goes for the chokeslam, and that's when he busts the chokeslam on Roman.
Nice.
So it's setting up the match. That's the match now at WrestleMania is Roman against Taker.
Yeah.
We saw that coming in the Royal Rumble, right?
Yeah.
When he took him out, Roman threw out Taker, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the camera was again staring at the WrestleMania sign. It's like, come on, like, why you guys gotta make it so obvious sometimes? Like, just take off that sign. Like, why does that have to be there for 3 months? Like, remove the damn sign. Like, back then they never had the sign.
The road to WrestleMania, man. I let the people.
The road.
The whole year is the road. What are we gonna do? Have it the whole year?
No, it's the official countdown.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, no. From Royal Rumble, it's still officially,
Yeah.
It's WrestleMania season, I guess.
Because when did they start putting up the sign after when they started WrestleMania 20, right?
Yeah.
That's the first one I remember is WrestleMania 20 was the one they first started using the signs at the top.
Oh my gosh! How do you guys feel about that sign?
I don't mind.
I don't mind it.
You like it? You like it?
I like it because it gets me hyped up that I know that WrestleMania is coming close.
Yeah, that's how you know. It's like playoff season, man. It's like playoff season. Like people are like hustling to get a spot. It's like playoff season, dude. Be well, and you'll be on your way there.
But there's no Super Bowl trophy at the end of every end zone.
I mean,
you don't paint one at every touchdown. You just know it's there. You know it's in January. There's
February.
Well, it used to be January. Now it's February.
Yeah.
There's no NBA Finals logo at every court. It's like.
I mean, people have NLDS, ALCS. I mean, it's kind of like letting you know. It's like, oh, they have ALCS unpainted. Like, we already know it's ALCS. Why do they need to paint it there? Like, oh, there's a finals on the court. Like, oh, we know it's the finals. Like, why you got to put it there? Why do you got to remind us? It's it's their own way. It's not really a big deal. It's just their way. It's just like, all right, the countdown to WrestleMania starts after Royal Rumble. That's the little thing. So they put a WrestleMania sign. It's just
a big ass sign that takes like
a
ridiculous amount of space.
You could say the same thing about the NBA because you know how when the playoffs start, it's like a month away. Or like in April, right? End of April, they always put like the road to the finals, and it's like right there on court side, and it shows you the finals June 6th or whenever.
You're right. You're right about that. Yeah. They do that on the little
road
that
to
rotate.
March Madness, the road to this. I mean, everyone does this, just whatever.
Yeah.
Everybody points at it too, huh? All the NBA players are like, look, NBA Finals. I'll meet you there. I'll meet you there. We're the A seed, but we'll see you in the finals.
So I guess we were moving on to SmackDown, but I wanted to talk about the women's thing still. Well, the whole thing with Bayley. They did a good job at I said I was a tweener, but they did a good job at making Bayley look like a babyface again. Because she got screwed this time.
How?
Right? Because she got screwed by Charlotte.
Mm-hmm.
So it kind of that's how a babyface, she got screwed by the heel. Like, all right, now it's like kind of back to normal. And I personally, I kind of sympathize with Bayley. Like, oh shit. So now I'm kind of like, I'm like, okay, now they're going the right direction with her. You know, this is what's supposed to happen with Bailey. She's the one that's supposed to be screwed out of things, not Charlotte. Like
Well, I feel
she's supposed to be like, Sasha, you stay back here. Charlotte's not supposed to be like, oh, Dana, stay back here so I could win clean or whatever it is. You know.
Mhm.
So,
I feel like Charlotte screwed herself over last night.
yeah, I don't know why she helped Sasha.
Yeah,
at,
like it's
at
Like
Raw.
just keep it, yeah.
yeah.
Like just keep it 1-on-1. Like why'd you do that?
Yeah, because instead of making it just 1-on-1, she made it into a triple threat.
Like why? Well, I
I
don't
thought,
get it.
I thought it seemed like she was trying to not help Sasha though.
Well, I guess she
I thought
like
she was
obviously
trying. I thought she was trying to go over there to try to have Bailey win and distract Sasha, so that it would be a 1-on-1.
yeah, but
just-
Sasha rolled over and made things worse for Bailey. So
Mhm.
Charlie ended up making.
I think you're right. I think she was trying to keep Sasha from
out of
winning,
it.
so it could be 1-on-1.
Yeah.
But then Sasha used her face as leverage, or like to like push herself back into the bank statement again
I
in the
think-
middle of the ring.
I mean, they didn't. It wasn't like a clear little shot. What was because I was like, I mean, at first I thought like she's helping Sasha win because of what happened, but I don't know. I mean, if she would have like kicked Sasha off or something, it would have made sense. But like,
No,
she
because even Brooke was trying to distract Sasha.
I thought she was trying to distract the ref. That way Charlotte could go in and I imagine that's what I thought. Like, all right, Dana's gonna go distract the ref, and then Charlotte's gonna break the hold or whatever, or do something, or hit her, Sasha with the boo, and Bailey does her thing. But then again, that would really make Bailey look like a heel, though. That would really make Bailey look like a heel.
That would have been horrible.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
they say Charlotte comes in, hits Sasha with the boo, and then Bailey hits her with the Bailey to belly, and then like, oh dude, well Sasha's like the super baby face now.
And that's not what you want.
That's not what we want right now.
I just like no, and then no, I was happy. I don't know. I mean, it doesn't make sense, but I was happy that Charlotte helped Sasha because it reminds me of their NXT days when they were a tag team. And then they're and I look at them like both heels and stuff like that. I thought like, all right, this it kind of shows that Charlotte's kind of like bringing her in, like, oh yeah, Gina, join the bad side or whatever, and that kind of made me like realize like, oh shit, like Sasha's getting help from the heel. Like, does that mean Sasha's going to the heel side? I was happy about that, but the whole Charlotte, I guess I don't know. She ended. I'm just gonna go with she ended up helping Sasha win. So that doesn't make sense. Whether
Well,
she
ended up helping indirectly for her to win, like causing her to win by getting involved. But
I mean, it must have
her
been.
intentions were not to help her.
Yeah, I guess it was. I just didn't. It wasn't clear to me, at least.
Yeah.
Because for me and my girl, we were watching and we're like, oh boy, we know what she's trying to do. She's like, yep. She was trying to get involved so that Bailey would win. Because obviously, like, why would you want to, like, Sasha is the reason that you lost. Why would you want her at WrestleMania?
Exactly. So that's why. But it was just so bad. Like,
It's anything where Bailey's involved right now is just all bad. That's all I'm saying. All bad.
Yeah, they made it. Whether they wanted to make it seem like Charlotte indirectly helped Sasha, I mean that makes sense. But like, I thought she straight up, just did whatever she did on purpose, and her plan worked. But I guess it also makes sense that it didn't work.
How did you take it, Happy?
I don't know. I felt like I told Larry earlier. I thought it was just she was just trying to help Bailey win the match, so she didn't have to make it a triple threat, make it hard on her, right? Like, I'll make it easy. I just have to focus on one person, and now she has two problems. Now she has Sasha and Bailey.
Yeah, because even at the end when Sasha won, she still kicked her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So obviously
that's what Sasha needs to do, but to Bailey.
This guy gets mad every time she doesn't do it.
Like, I get mad every time. Like when the opportunity is there. The opportunity was there in LA, and I wanted to be there to see it. Like, yes, the dream come true. No,
Speak,
to witness all of Sasha's highlights, but nope, it happened.
speaking of getting booted in the head, did you guys even notice in that past 2 days how many times Enzo has been kicked in the head?
Oh, that guy, he's just might as well get that full headbutt too.
Dude, he got kicked in the head 3 times at Fastlane, and he got broke kicked last night.
He's gonna end up with a concussion.
Yeah, and you saw that Gallows almost didn't catch him. He almost dived into the crowd.
End up getting hurt.
He ended up getting hurt again.
I was watching Swan versus Neville, and the Swan, like the thing he did with his head, and like me and my brother were cracking. Oh, like what the? He did something, and we're like, what the fuck? And then he kind of like hit his head directly into the mat or the screen, and my brother and I were just cracking. I'm like, what is this guy doing? Like, what's wrong or what the hell?
It's like he went straight to the screen,
Yeah.
and like he floated in midair, and you're like, what happened?
We have a brother cracking up, like, what's going on?
But besides that was a great match.
Yeah.
And then Austin Aries come out too at the end.
Oh, that Austin Aries thing, man.
That was great.
He was gonna come up like, all right, because like, please, like once he was in the ring, all right, please set up their match at WrestleMania. Please set up their match at WrestleMania, and bam, it happened.
So they pretty much set everything up already, huh? Like
they're starting to. You only got like 3 weeks left, so you got to start like picking up, start setting up these rivalries.
It seemed like yesterday they went all out. They were like, all right, let's just give you the card now. That's how it felt. Because, I mean, right off the bat, they set up the Jericho Owens, and then you have the whole Aries and Neville thing, and then the whole Bayley thing, and then obviously we already knew about Lesnar and Goldberg.
Yeah.
But it seems like they're just like, okay, let's just give it to you. This is what it is, and then we'll have the next 3 weeks to just keep feeding at it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. So tonight, are we gonna have Natalya versus Alexa Bliss play out, where they start building that, and do we get a one-on-one, or are we gonna have Becky involved in another triple threat for the SmackDown title?
I'm hoping SmackDown's a little different, because I mean to have 2 triple threats for the title, it'll kind of suck. But I think
Naomi's gonna come out too.
Yeah, huh? Another freaking Seth Rollins.
Yeah, right. That would suck. Only like she just give her the belt, and then she's gonna be at WrestleMania, or whatever, or fit to wrestle, whatever.
I think they want her to win it at WrestleMania. I think they're gonna give her WrestleMania moment like they did to Zack Ryder last year.
Exactly, but they're actually gonna let her have it for a minute.
Yeah,
that's all it is. It's gonna be. I think it's gonna be Alexa versus Natalya at WrestleMania, and they're gonna be ready to start their match. And I don't know where the Feel the Glow music is gonna happen.
I wouldn't think of that, but that's interesting.
But I mean, how would she be included in the match though?
She's just gonna include herself.
Or unless there's a double count out or something.
Because
she cashes in.
She cashes in.
No, because think about it. Think about it like this. Like the fact that they're trying to set up Alexa versus Natalya, like that's heel versus heel.
Yeah.
That makes no sense whatsoever. Like that's rare. So if that is actually the matchup, and then out of nowhere, Naomi gets involved, you know who's gonna win. And I think she would get involved, and it would probably be something stupid like that, where you have this matchup on the card where it's supposed to be Alexa versus Natalya, and then right when the match is about to start, they'll be surprised she comes out with her microphone and says, "Hey, here I'm back, I'm home," and then they freaking drop her music, and there she goes running into the ring.
Or you know what, they might have I just thought about this right now. Maybe they'll have like a battle royal thing again, but just to SmackDown women, or no, I mean with SmackDown and Raw, but whoever wins goes to have a number one contenders match that night. Like they I mean,
that's the thing with title. This, like anything's possible. Like they could do something like that.
And then maybe Naomi comes at it by like as a surprise or something, and go like, "Oh, what?"
And she wins. Like,
she wins. Yeah.
I would hate that, but I mean, it's possible.
That would make sense because she can't cash in.
I'm all in on Miss Bliss, man.
You like Bliss too, right?
Oh, Larry.
Yeah, like Bliss.
I know Alexa Bliss. I like her as a champ. She's good. She's a good heel and everything.
I like Miss Bliss.
She should stay champ for a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, for a bit. Yeah, again, I see her as a really legit women's champ.
Yeah.
At
I
least
just
for
I just
SmackDown.
want SmackDown to be completely different from Raw. I don't want
Learn.
racking up title reigns and like winning it, losing it, winning it. Like, see, this is already her second reign. Like, I want her to keep it. You know, I don't want to just lose it right away. Like, I want
Rack
her to
them
be
up.
different.
Rack them up. Rack them up like Charlotte. Rack them up.
Charlotte's gonna tie Rick like by next year.
She's already gonna tie Kobe.
Yeah.
One more and she's already at Kobe's level. You know.
Damn.
Two more and she's already at Jordan. Her
One more. One more. She'll be Robert Ory.
Damn.
Exactly. Obviously the greatest.
Robert Ory.
Robert Ory's the greatest. He has 7 rings.
Breaking news: Raiders of Vegas. I'm sorry.
Yeah, right. That's
They
nice.
Well,
still
they
talk about
did.
that. Is that not supposed to happen? Why do they keep talking about it? If it's not supposed to happen.
They said they did find another partner to for the stadium.
Yeah, right.
So I hope Alex is happy.
I'll be happy that the NFL is here, but I won't be happy that it's the Raiders.
The Raiders.
No, Raiders.
You know they're gonna be winning titles for you guys. So at least
Yeah.
I mean, they can win all the titles they want, but if it ain't the stripes, then it doesn't really matter to me.
Damn.
Unless I'm betting on them, that's different, you know.
Okay.
I did cash in a bet the other day. I took the Clippers against the Bulls.
Oh shit.
I hadn't bet in a while, but that one stood out, and it was kind of scary at first. They were losing most of the game, but fourth quarter they took over in the late in the third, and they pretty much mopped the floor with those guys in the fourth.
Hey, do they have sports books at every casino, even in California?
No,
No, California, no.
Oh.
it's only Nevada in the entire country.
Yeah.
Oh, makes sense.
California, we can't gamble in that sense with sports. I think.
This is what I don't understand. California is supposed to be a very liberal state, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But they don't legalize sports betting. And because of that, I had to move over here. Can you believe that shit? Like, because some lawmakers, I had to change my location.
Mm-hmm.
Pisses me off. What were you saying?
I think it has to do with because we have the sports teams, because we'd probably bet with the Lakers or the Dodgers or whoever we have, and then people will be like, oh, we might be screwing up there might be what's it called, like illegal gambling, with sports teams again.
Wasn't that a problem with getting an NFL team in Vegas because of that? Or that's probably one of the problems.
But that's all bullshit.
Yeah, they said that was a problem.
That's not even a real problem, honestly. Like that whole illegal gambling thing. Like, it happens anyway. It happens now. How do you guys think that I got started in California? Because I was betting legally? Fuck no. I was doing it offshore, online. And most of the bets that happen in the country are offshore. Like, you swear people are going to be flying in here from, Florida just to make a couple bets. You know what I mean? Like, if they're here, they'll do it. But I'm saying, like, according to people here, the money that's bet here legally represents only 1% of the money that's being bet on Sundays.
Wow.
And I can say that is the truth because I was betting online for at least a couple years before I decided I had to move out here. And I decided to move out here because I wanted to do it the legal way as opposed to doing it like under the table.
Yeah. Makes sense though.
So and it's weird though because like if you do it online, you're not even doing it in America though,
Yeah, we're doing, like you said, offshore, a different country.
Yeah, so it's like whose law are you even breaking? Like really? Like international law? Like that's why they can't do anything to the people that bet online because the transaction is not happening here. You're not making the bet here. It's happening on the internet, So even people out here, like they still bet online. Like I'll talk to them. It's funny. Most of the people I'll ask them, what got you into gambling? And they'll say, oh, I used to bet online. And
DraftKings.com.
And that's another thing. That's like the biggest, like the NFL being like a hypocrite because they're totally against gambling, but they promote every Sunday. How many DraftKings commercials don't you see?
Yeah, exactly.
And it's fantasy football, but you're still betting because you're picking players.
Yeah, so it's still a form of betting,
Yeah,
right?
it doesn't mean that they're gonna score points for you. It doesn't mean anything, you know. So you're still risking money in order to win money. So it's still betting. So I don't know. And if the Raiders end up here, we already have a hockey team. They haven't started yet, but they already have one. So at the end of the day, if we do get the Raiders, I mean, what? People are not going to be allowed to bet on the Raider games? You know, like
I think they can, but I don't know. I think there's gonna be some sort of influence on the players. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like maybe the players will pay and they'll be like, oh, let's just make sure we get less than this, or give me the ball so I can run this much, or
no, come
yeah.
on, guys. That's the thing though. Like, think about it. How much does an average NFL player make a year?
Well, it depends.
Like, let's say even the guy on the bench that never gets in. From what I've heard, the minimum is $300,000 a year.
Okay.
So here, and this is why it can't happen that way. Like, a lot of people say, oh, you could just pay off a player and he'll probably just, like, throw the game for you, whatever, right? But like me working inside the industry, like, let's say you're like a really really good bettor and you come to my work and you want to make a big ass bet on a game. At the end of the day, it's our decision to take the bet or not take the bet, or we can basically cap your bet. So let's say Happy's got $1 million in his pocket, right? And he wants to pay the freaking kicker of the Raiders to miss all the field goals so they can lose by a certain margin. And he's offering them some money. And Happy wants to make a bet on the other team because he thinks he's going to get that money back that he's paying the player and he's going to make a profit off of it. So he comes over here and he tries to make a bet. It's not even guaranteed that we're going to take your bet, so why would you pay that player?
And what would be a reason why you guys wouldn't accept the bet?
Because of the simple fact that they number one, they track your record. So if you're actually really good at winning, then they're either gonna ban you or they're just gonna like straight cap you to the point that you're just gonna be betting the minimum. Like,
okay.
Because the house always wins at the end of the day. Like, so let's say you're a bettor. Every bettor, when they're a rookie, they're allowed to bet whatever amount they want because we don't have any history on them.
Yeah.
So let's say you're a tourist and you show up with 500,000 and you want to lay it on a game. We'll take it because we don't know who you are. We don't know anything about you. You know? And let's say you win and you keep doing it over and over and over. Then at that point, we're not going to be taking your 500,000 anymore. We might say as low. I've seen it happen where they're like, "That's it. You can only bet $1,000."
How do you keep track of these people?
On a card. If you try to bet over $1,000, then it's mandatory for you to sign up for a player's card that has all your betting history, so we can watch it. So basically, it's like a credit card, like a transaction. We can see everything you purchase, right?
Yeah.
So if we see a bunch of wins and a few losses, then next time you come in, then guess what? We're not going to take as much money as you want on the bet, or we might even reject your bet. Like last night, I had a guy that was betting $12, and I had to turn him away because he's been hitting a lot of $12 tickets that pay $3,000. So they called me and they said, tell him no more. That's it. He's done. And I told him, and he was upset because he's like, well, what the heck? Like, I'm beating the odds. Like, it ain't my fault you guys are losing. I'm like, yeah, but it's still a business. And if they don't want to do business with you, they don't want to do business with you.
Yeah, it's crazy.
At the end of the day, it is a business.
Yeah. But he couldn't. So since you guys banned them from the 12 one, he can't do the lower one either, then, right? Because you guys are not going to do business with him at all.
He couldn't do anything. Period.
Okay.
He was done basically. Like I was notified that this player was done. Because the thing is that when I enter the bet on the computer, I have to wait for it to be approved by the odds makers, and that's when they're checking the people's record. So if they send a message saying not approved, I gotta call them up, and then they tell me why. They'll say, okay, this guy is banned, or this guy is no longer allowed to play here, or tell him that we're only going to take half the bet, or whatever. So then I give the guy the message, and if he doesn't like it, they normally walk away and they cuss you out as if it's you that's rejecting them. You know, or some of them are like, all right, whatever. I'll just go to another casino because every property has their own bookmaker. So it's not like you're not allowed to bet in Vegas. You're just not allowed to bet in this particular place. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it's like if
Okay.
you want to go shop at Target and you get kicked out, well, now you're gonna have to go to Walmart. You know, so that's basically how. That's why I don't think fixing games is even possible because the I guess the only people that can actually fix the games would be the casinos themselves.
Yeah.
If they have a lot of liability on a specific game, because I mean they do have all kinds of money, they can probably say, hey, you know, like there's a lot of people are betting this other team. Can you guys like just let yourselves because we need this win? You know that. But to me, that sounds kind of stupid. Like, really, like, do you think casinos are gonna be calling teams? You
Who
know,
knows?
what are the odds of that? You know,
I wouldn't even rule that out.
you
Yeah. I
would.
mean,
I wouldn't
anything's
rule that.
possible.
Anything's possible, man.
It is.
Like,
It is
people
corrupt
do shit-
America, though.
yeah, people
Yeah.
do shit for anything for them. Not even money. It could be anything, like any amenities, like like oh, we offer you this, like I don't know, other shit.
Like land or something. I don't
Man, I
know.
don't know. Yeah, you never know what these casinos could offer.
They could
Hmm.
offer all kinds of shit, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
not just particular money, like oh, this other like bonuses or other,
Because
you know.
Like if they told your boss like, oh, you could have the autograph of your favorite porn star and for this, would you do it? He'll probably be like, oh, hell yeah. You know?
Like we'll give you a VIP, free VIP tickets to AVN every year, like stuff
Yeah.
like that. You know?
come on, man. They'll probably be
No,
able
it's
to.
a
They'll
joke.
put.
It's a joke now, but you never know.
You never know.
It's a joke. Yeah, it
Yeah.
is a joke, but you don't
But it
know,
could,
man. You know these players do stupid shit. Half the
yeah,
Bengals or get locked up for stupid shit. You think they're not gonna like want to do, you know?
like
I,
Michael
I,
Vick. Come on, Michael Vick did underground dog
no,
fights.
I understand what
Like,
you guys are saying, but I guess the way I look at it is kind of like I'm not saying that the players have integrity or anything, but the other the casinos themselves, like the way I've seen it happen before. I remember the Super Bowl with the Broncos and the Seahawks a couple years back.
hmm
The company that I work for, they had a lot of liability on the Broncos because a lot of people were betting the Broncos. So if the Broncos would have won, they were gonna pay out like a ton of money, you know.
yeah.
And I remember the owner sent out an email saying, you know what, like we have a lot of liability on this game. We're gonna have to be rooting for the Seahawks a lot because if they don't win, we're gonna get fucked. We're gonna be losing millions this day. And then somebody came up with a bright idea, and I don't know if that's legal or not, but I think it's very hypocritical. And supposedly, since we have the money, right? Like if you guys come in and you make the bet, since the game hasn't started, we still have your money, right? So what they did was they took half of that money and they bet it on the other side
Mm,
so that they wouldn't get exposed.
Right.
okay.
So that's why I'm saying, like, that's why I think that why would you fix it when you could just go that route? Like, all you gotta do is take half of that money, go to MGM since they're a different company, send one of your employees that they don't know he works for you, just some regular Joe, and he drops 500,000 on it on the other side. So if the Seahawks win, you're gonna go collect that money. If the Broncos win, you pay the people with that money.
Mm.
So there's ways around it. It's not like you necessarily need to like, oh, I gotta call this team up. Like, we're gonna get
Well,
screwed.
how many times could you send people? I mean, obviously you got to send different people if they're gonna keep tracking you down.
Yeah,
There's a limit of how many times you could do that.
And I've heard that it's actually. Here's the worst part. I heard that casinos have done this offshore, which is fucking hilarious. because because they're anti-offshore, right?
Yeah,
Mhm.
But when they need help, they'll bet with the offshores.
that's how it is. Man.
Like you know the Hard Rock, right?
Yeah.
They've already been fined since I've been here. They've been fined 3 times over $100,000 by the Gaming Commission in Nevada because they've caught transactions between them and offshore sports books.
It's amazing.
Wow.
So they're anti offshore betting, but when they need help, they'll bet with the offshore books. Which is it's just weird, and that's why offshore takes money on WWE though. They're willing to take WWE bets because they know that even though the shit is fixed, right?
Yeah.
They know that they have their market is worldwide though. They're not limited to just Nevada. So there's gonna be enough stupid people that don't think it's fixed, and they're probably gonna bet their favorite wrestler.
It's obviously dumb though, because like for example, like once the odds come out, right? Once like Charlotte's like freaking negative 5,000, like you bet a million just to win like $5 though. That's how ridiculous it is.
No, I know, and that's the thing though. Just like the Kentucky Derby, you know how or NASCAR, you know how they have those big races.
Mm-hmm.
There's always that big favorite, right? Like I think for Daytona 500 or whatever the first race was, I think Chase Elliott was the favorite, and he didn't even pay that much, and he didn't even end up winning. It was some other dude.
It was what's his face? It was like his first time he ever won. Yeah, Kyle Busch.
Yeah, so
Kyle
that guy,
Busch, yeah.
I think his odds were like 12-1 or whatever. They weren't that high, but they were high enough. But a lot of people though, this is what they do though, like especially like even Canelo fights, Canelo Mayweather fights. Everybody knows that they're probably gonna win, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So, like Larry said, like who wants to put $1 million to win $5? Like it doesn't make, even if it's a guarantee, like it just doesn't add up, right?
Yeah.
So majority of people's brains is they don't want to do that. So just to take a shot, they'll put money, small money, on the big underdog just for the fun of it, for the action of it. And that's how they rake in most of their money all the time anyway. So if you're saying, oh, Charlotte is minus 5,000 and Becky Lynch is plus 400 or whatever, people probably be like, you know what? You never know. Let me put some money in there. But all you're doing is throwing money away. But people are willing to do it.
You're just betting on the chance that Vince might change his mind at the last minute.
Yeah, you're betting on that, and maybe it makes it more exciting for you to watch. So therefore, you want to be a part of it. And I think that's what they pick on the most, though. Like, human nature is if you're involved in something, it's probably more fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, as opposed, it's like when you guys came over and your brother bet on the Cavaliers to win the championship. If he hadn't bet it, he probably still would have been, you know, like, oh shit, it's Game 7. But now because you're invested in it, then it's more personal now. Now you really care about who wins.
Yeah, naturally, yeah.
You know, so again, even if your bet doesn't really stand a chance, like when people bet these horses that are 100-1, and they'll put
it makes it fun to watch.
Yeah, you put $5 on it. Even if your horse comes in last place, at least by him taking off, you're like, come on, number 5, you know, and he loses, but you were excited.
Which is like the only way I'd be able to watch NASCAR if I bet it on a racer.
Exactly. So maybe all those people that don't watch WWE, but they just want to bet for the action, they'll probably take that plus freaking 1,000 on Bailey against whoever, you know.
On Alicia Fox to defeat Charlotte.
I mean, and I'm sure.
What shoes will Roman wear at WrestleMania?
Stuff like that, dog.
Exactly.
So you're telling me you're coming tomorrow here, to the Valley?
Yeah.
When are you going back?
Friday morning.
Friday morning, man. Are you gonna try to meet the Hardy Boys?
Brother Nero.
Yeah, they're gonna be in Ring of Honor.
Ring of Honor.
Defending their titles.
Brother Nero and
Broken Matt.
Broken Matt Hardy.
Broken Matt, huh?
It's a three-way. It's a three-way now. It's you know, them against Young Bucks against Roppongi Vice in this Las Vegas street fight.
Hey, but that's on Friday, huh?
Yeah, it's on Friday.
At what time?
I don't know. I mean, I would say since obviously I'll say probably 5. That way it starts at 8 at East Coast, or 4, either 4 or 5. So the sighting starts like probably like at 2:30 maybe. Latest 3.
I'll see. I mean, that would be pretty dope if it happens at 2.
Yeah.
I would probably try to head over. Where would it be, at Samstown?
Yeah, Samstown.
Yeah, I would probably head over there. I know I know Lucy's a big fan of the Hardy Boys.
Hardy
So
Boys.
so I'm sure if
It ain't your father's Hardy Boys though.
nah, it's now Broken Mad and Brother Nero, the weirdo, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Brother Nero.
But
If Lucy takes a picture, she's got to do delete, delete.
Lily.
I mean,
That's what. Oh, fuck. That's why I'm so missing out. I would love to be seeing everyone just do that shit. Delete. Everyone in lines is probably gonna be like delete. But I don't. I mean, I don't know if they're gonna be signing. That's the thing. And it's not guaranteed. I know they're gonna wrestle. If they're gonna sign, I'm not sure.
yeah,
But
I would have to check on Twitter
yeah, yeah,
if they update who's gonna be there or whatnot.
yeah. But if they did, I could picture everyone in line just like delete, delete.
I don't know, man. I mean, it depends. It depends on the time that we get here, because I have to work that day. I'm probably gonna be beat up, you know.
Yeah, that's tough, dude.
It's always a mission, dude. Because I work today. I get off at work at 10:30, but I don't go to sleep till like 1:30 because I have to wait for her to get off of work.
Yeah.
And then tomorrow morning, normally we take off at 5 in the morning, but I'm not gonna do that because that means only 4 hours of sleep.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking about just probably taking off like around maybe 9 in the morning. You know, take
Makes
off
sense.
9 in the morning, probably get there at 1:30. You know, and then Thursday, you say that you're off.
Yeah, I'm off Thursday.
What about Happy?
I work Wednesday and Friday.
I work.
You work. What time do you work?
8 to 5.
Oh, 8 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I was telling Larry if he's down, we can go to some spot where I gotta go buy some burritos for some guy out here because that was his spot back in the day.
Uh-huh.
But it's kind of like a drive. It's Tito's Tacos. I don't even know what is it called over there, dude.
What is it called?
Yeah, the area. Do you know?
Culver City, no?
I think so. Yeah,
Oh, okay. That's a pretty far drive.
Yeah.
yeah. So I
By the beach, going to Santa Monica, I think. No, is it going to Santa Monica area?
yeah.
Somewhere around there, I think.
Yeah, it is. Passing the Getty Museum, just a little bit down.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I want to make that drive, but I want to do it like when there's no traffic. Once everybody's at work.
Yeah.
Oh, so it has to be like around
10:30 in the morning.
10, 11, yeah.
Yeah, because then after what happened to me and Larry last time at Andres, man, that was a nightmare.
What happened?
Oh, but the just getting home.
Tell me what happened, dude, before we knock it out.
All right, you want to talk about 18th Street or the traffic?
Yeah, both.
Oh yeah, so we went to Andres, you know, we went to eat, and then like, oh, let's see, there's a Toys R Us around here just to go.
Mm-hmm.
And so we went to there's a Kmart next door. There was not much there, so we went to Toys R Us. It was literally on 18th Street, and it's not like a bad area as you would imagine, but it's like, oh, it's decent. So we went to Toys R Us and we see the Divas Revolution box. There's like 6 of them, right?
All in.
6. All right, so we get 2 each, so we leave 2.
Okay.
So we open them. I get garbage. He gets like it's decent, you know.
Lana.
So
Lana Patch.
yeah, it's like
Okay.
mine was bad. I had like Eve Torres and who else?
Rosa
Oh,
Mendes.
like Dana Brooke or something, or Rosa Mendez. And
Matt
then
Relics.
I go back. We get the last 2, and so you know we open those up. So we wipe out that shelf clean, and then I ended up getting another bullshit like card, and he ended up getting, was it Becky
Yeah,
or
it was
something?
Becky Matt Relic. It was like whatever.
Becky.
Oh, wow.
anything Matt is not good.
Yeah, anything Matt's not good. So yeah, so that was terrible. And then we head home, and then you know Hollywood, like around like what time was it, like 5, 6?
5:30.
Oh, man.
Yeah, so it's like the worst. I mean, obviously,
Yeah.
me seeing I used to work there, so I know. Yeah, it was just bad, and so it took a while to get home.
Dude, the worst part is that I had literally just gotten home from Vegas. Like, I had busted my 4.5 hour drive, right? And then I go home, take a 15-minute shower, and I drive straight to him. And then from there, we go straight all the way down over there. And then we end up getting stuck.
It's just like, man.
Literally felt like the whole day I was on the road from morning to night.
Gosh.
And then I had to redeem myself, and then that's when I got the Then Not Forever.
AJ
And
Styles.
AJ Styles.
Rookie
Parallel. Rookie.
Becky Lynch. Kiss.
Autograph.
Yeah.
Becky Lynch. Kiss card. auto. So I'm like, fuck it, bam, I'm good. Fuck 18th Street. Fuck you, 18th Street. Look what I got.
Don't let them hear that.
Shit.
Does Happy buy cards or no? WWE cards?
No.
Nah, just basketball cards.
Just the NBA, huh?
Yeah, well, I stopped for like 2 years, but I still have them.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
All right, well, we're going to close it out.
Close it out.
With episode number 3.
An hour and 30. Let's see who could last. Let's see who could marathon and,
I don't know if anybody's going to be able to hang with the whole thing, but
yeah,
if anybody does, it'll be props to them,
Props to them. Does Joe listen to the podcast or no?
I will have to ask him today, but if anything, he'll probably say, "You're a sick fuck."
You do a podcast about what? Wrestling? You sick fuck.
True story, Larry. I mean, Happy. This guy, he's like a 70-something-year-old man, right?
Okay.
He has no family left besides 2 nieces. Everybody's passed away already.
Damn.
He's still probably one of the most positive people I've ever met in my life, considering his situation. Mm-hmm. And he told everybody knows that I'm going to Orlando, and he asked me, why are you going to Orlando? And I told him for WrestleMania. You're a sick fuck.
Why?
He's like, what are you, 10? Who flies across the country for wrestling, you sick fuck? I'm like, wow. And he just went off. So Larry asked me, does he listen to our podcast? I was like, why you bring it up? So you can just keep calling me a sick fuck all day?
That'd be fun.
But you should have him as a guest one day.
If I have him on a guest, all he's gonna say is what he told Larry on the little voice recorder thing. He said, the only wrestling I ever enjoyed, and that's when I was 10, 60 years ago, was midget wrestling, sick fuck.
That midget wrestling.
And tag team, too. It has to be tag team.
Like that Mexican wrestling I tagged you on?
Yeah. Like that. The Mexican wrestling tag team midget. Mexican midget tag team wrestling.
That's all it is for him. But anyways, we're out. And up until next time, it'll be episode 4 with 725 and Larry G. And if we have Happy in, that'll be great. Any words, guys?
Laters. Thanks for having me.
Larry?
Goodbye and good night.